had a listing agreement because he said we need to do something now. Why? Because the sale date was 7 days in the future. Now, one thing's going to happen in 7 days. Guess what? Either the bank is going to sell the property or we're going to start short sale negotiations with the bank. So the opportunity is there for you to get those listings. And guess what? They're not the easy listings. No, they're not the ones that you list and have the open house and, get cookies out. No, those are not the type of listings that you're going to get with the monster system, okay? You will get that listing after your investor purchases it and then they put it on the market for the retail, okay? That's when you will get that listing. Any other questions? Yes.
I like how right after you finished showing that, you said something about changing our perspective, and I like how you said it. Do you remember what you said?
I said, and then, as a preacher, I say a whole lot of stuff that just goes through. I said, you may see a whole lot of garbage. You may see a whole lot of minutia that you don't think makes sense to your business. But all you have to do is shift your position, change your perspective. And when you change your perspective, you'll be able to see things a lot clearer. Many people, when they say, oh, the market is this and the market is that, and the market does not dictate my pocketbook. If I am going to, this is what I learned a long time ago. If it is to be, it's up to me. Sometimes I got to do a checkup from the neck up. And I have to realize that it's not about what the market is dictating. I have to make my own business. And as long as you sit at home, say I'm a realtor, and hope that somebody's going to call and ask you to list their property, then that's what you're going to be living in hope. Yeah. So you have to change your perspective. Change. All of you have the potential to get a listing tomorrow. You want to know why? Because you're here today. That means that you're hungry. And you stayed. That means that you're starving. You hear me? You're looking for that one thing that is going to change your business. And that one thing that's going to change your business from 9 o'clock this morning until we close on tonight is knowing that you're above what other realtors are doing. No matter what company you're with, even though I say Keller Williams, no, I'm joking. You are far beyond where others are. So you have to take that, I don't want to say that, take it by the reins and go for it. Because the only way that you're not going to make it in this business is if you give up and start giving an excuse for what you can't do, rather than encouraging yourself for what you can do.
Preach.
Oh. Are there any? Yes.
So what happened to your daughter and
Well, my wife, 4 weeks, they were in the hospital. My wife came home first. She didn't come straight home. She went to her mother's because I had to get the house ready. My daughter had to stay in an additional 2 weeks. And yeah, I can share this, that the doctor said that she would be on phenobarbital for the rest of her life. 4 weeks, her 4-week checkup, they gave her half the medication because they said she was doing better. And then she went back after 8 weeks and they took her totally off the medication. Now, one thing that I did was I stole the x-rays. I really didn't steal the x-rays. I just borrowed them because I had to show them. Okay? And so what happened was, see, I tried not to go there, Lee, but, they made me do it.
I was surprised.
What happened was, about 7 years ago, see, I tried not to go there, Lee. About 7, and you made me go there. About 7 years ago, my wife and I were downstairs, and my daughter was upstairs, and we heard something hit the ground. And so we went, and my daughter had a seizure. And we took her to the doctor, and we shared with the doctor what her history was. And we told the doctor that we had x-rays. So the doctor asked us to bring the x-rays to her. And she looked at the x-rays, and she looked at my daughter. She looked at the x-rays, and she looked at my daughter, and she said, "Do not show these x-rays to anybody, because if you do, they'll label your daughter as mentally disabled." My daughter is at the top of her class right now. She's going to school to be a pediatrician. They said she wouldn't read correctly, do math, and do anything. And I just thank God that she defied all of that, and she's doing well. So it chokes me up when I think about what could have been and why I strive so hard to make sure that she doesn't have anything to worry about when she goes to college. She doesn't have anything to worry about when she goes to medical school. I can tell you, real estate is good. I put my son through 4 years of Cal Baptist University in Riverside. He didn't have to worry about nothing on campus. He stayed there. So when you change your perspective, when you realize that it's not all about you, when you realize that the same people that are hurting because they could not pay their mortgage, that they could not make ends meet, when you put yourself in the position of, hey, I can be an advocate for you, I can help you through this process, then you become the one that's not making excuses, but you're saying that I'm not just looking for that Mercedes or that new car. I want to help somebody go beyond where they are right now. Because just like I said, I went through the process of foreclosure. When the market fell, I saw somebody drive up to my house and take a picture of my house. You know what that means. I know we have BPO agents in here. You know what that means when they drive up to your car? Listen, I've been a BPO agent for 10 years. I started as a BPO agent to make extra money when I was starting in real estate. So I knew, standing in my window, and every time I say it, I can still picture it. It was a gold Mercedes that pulled up in front of my house and sat in the car, took a picture, and then wrote that. And at that moment, that's when I applied, yes, Lee, I applied for a loan modification. And yes, I did get a loan modification. Yes, my mortgage went from $3,800 to $1,400 a month. Yes, they did reduce my mortgage from $440 to $220. But guess what? I can use that as a story to someone who's saying that, I'm trying to get a loan modification. Yes, you can. But guess what? I want you to know that if you can't, I'm here to help you. I'm here to assist you. You follow me? You dig it? So, listen, my encouragement to you is don't give up. You have the opportunity to get a listing tomorrow. You do. For those of you that are with the Monster System, guess what? I'm going to be real with you. You want to know how real I'm going to be? Because just because you paid $900 does not mean that you're working the system. Because you get complacent and you start it and then you stop it. But let me tell you something. You know deep down in the back of your head that if you did what was required with that system, that you will have listings coming out of your ears. So all I'm trying to encourage you is, if you want it, do the work to do it. Do the work to get it. But it requires work. There is no system that's going to let you sit back and say, okay, it's like that commercial. that commercial from Lowe's or someplace. It says how to move a washer and dryer with one finger, and then it shows the lady says, "Okay, over here, over here, over here." That doesn't work in real estate. Okay, we said you don't have to do door knocking. You just have to do door sticking. Okay, it's targeted marketing to people who need your help. See, you all are good. I bought the system because I got an email that said, get a listing. I clicked the button and I paid the money and I started doing it. So when I say relational, it's one thing to get face to face, but it's another thing that they don't slam the door in your face. There's a difference between doing foreclosures and knocking at the door saying, you're in foreclosure, and blam. Other than them calling you and saying, the call center says, homeowner advocate says that they want to give you some information in regards to your pending foreclosure. So don't give up.
Thank you for listening to Real Estate Marketing, the podcast. And don't forget to register on iTunes for new episodes of Real Estate Marketing. Thank you for listening.